1 divided by 9axy is correct. You're becoming a pro at these complex fractions if you got this one correct. The lowest common denominator might have been tricky, so let's find that first. We look at the denominators of 3a squared b and ab. We know these two denominators share a common factor of a times b. The other factor for this denominator is 3a, and the other factor for this denominator is 1. We multiply them together to get 3 times a squared times b. And remember, we want the highest power of any variable or factor that appears in our denominators. 3 is the highest number factor, a squared is the highest variable factor for a, and 1b, or just b, is the highest factor for, well, b. Next, we multiply by the LCD divided by the LCD, a form of 1. These two factors would cancel out, leaving us with 2xy in the numerator. Here, we can cancel out 1a and 1b. This means we have to drop this power down by 1, leaving us with 3a times this expression. 3 times 6 is 18, and then we just list the product of the variables. Now, you might be wondering why I listed this a first instead of on the end. Usually, we list the product of the variables in alphabetical order, but it's certainly okay to leave this a on the end. And finally, we want to simplify our rational expression. These are the factors of the numerator, and these are the factors of the denominator. We can cancel the factors that equal 1, which leaves us with a 1 in the numerator and 9 times a times x times y in our denominator. This is why it's important to remember that 2 divided by 2 equals 1. There's still a 1 in our numerator. We want to make sure that appears in our answer. We can't simplify this anymore since 1 is the only factor in our numerator, so we're completely done.